So I'm going to start by putting a few words on the screen and tell me the first thing that pops into your head. School. Raise your hand.
I hate school.
Okay, that works. Anything else? Yeah.
Crushy.
Okay. The next one. Diamond bar.
Small.
Very stereotypical. Okay. Anything else about the environment? Yes. Yes. Very good. And the last one, mental illness. I know this is a very hard topic to talk about. Yes. Yes, that's very good. Very good. Okay, so here's a picture of me this past summer in the beautiful island of Oahu, Hawaii. And this was one of the best times of my life, not just because I was in Hawaii, but because the way I was training there, the way I was living was the best life I could have ever lived. So let me start by telling you a story. When I was about 8 years old, I subbed to the swim team that swims at the local college over here. I lived about 15 minutes away from the pool that included after-school traffic and the anxious drivers that came along with it. So my mom and dad would take me to practice every day, and we all knew that if we didn't get to practice 10 minutes early, then I would be considered late. So one day, I left the house 15 minutes before the start of practice. As soon as I got into the car, I looked at the clock, and I felt this pain. This pain was telling me to cry, to scream, to be uncomfortable, to worry. And I sat that whole 15 minutes in fear. And for some reason, I knew that feeling wasn't going to go away. 1 in 5 people suffer from mental illness at some point in their life. So take yourself, the person to the left and to the right of you, the person in front and behind you. That's 5 people. One of you is affected by mental illness. Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. So this, a couple months ago, at my club team, not the one that swims over here anymore, but a different one, we have this specific set that we swim at least twice a year. I've been on this team for about 4 years now, so I've swum this set 8 times more or less in my entire career at that site. So, but last month was different. I got through the first half of this hour-long set, feeling fine, feeling confident, and I was ready to go into the second half. As soon as I started the second half, I wasn't feeling so good anymore. I started to worry again, and I had all these thoughts inside my head. Just as soon as my coach was telling us to stay focused, worry about what you're doing, not about other people, and to make sure that you do everything with a purpose, I started thinking to myself, my purpose is that I have no purpose. I have no purpose, and that's all I could think about in my head. It was stuck on repeat like a broken record player, and I couldn't get any other thoughts inside my head except for that thought. I was thinking about the too many thoughts that go inside my head, and how I think too much about what others think, and how I think about how my thoughts affect me, and I started crying. I was crying because I couldn't control my emotions, because my mind was taking over my body, and my coach decided to pull me out and tell me, hey, it's okay, like you're doing fine before you stopped, so just stay strong and everything will be okay. But I thought to myself, how could I be strong? I just broke down. All these emotions that I had been holding in just exploded. all these emotions I've been holding on to like a little toy are gone. They're out for the world to see, and you want me to be strong now? I thought it was impossible. A couple weeks ago, last month, my friend, who's usually outgoing and positive, was down and looking depressed. So I decided to be the outgoing friend I am, and I asked her, "Hey, are you okay?" And she responded with, "Why does everyone keep asking me that? I'm so tired of hearing this." I was shocked at her response, yet I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad because I knew what she was saying. I wasn't mad because she was mad. I was understanding, and I knew what she was going through. For me and my family, doing well and getting far is always expected. But what if I can't handle that? What if their expectations of me, what about others' expectations of me aren't what I want? What if they're just ideas that are out there for everyone to see? There are things that people see when they see me, but I can't handle it because all of this stress is consuming me, and I can't handle it. For every one person who commits suicide, another 20 attempt to do so. This reminded me of a story when my friend and I, the one who I was talking to, and she said, "Why does everyone keep asking me this?" Her and another friend and I, we were taking a trip to Carlsbad, California in March, and we were in our hotel room waiting for the next day, and she had told us that she goes through hard times and she sees someone to help her out because she feels as if her place in the world doesn't matter to anyone else. She said that she had already had letters written and she already knew what she was going to do. Every 40 seconds, someone commits suicide. Someone commits suicide because they feel as if there is no other solution to help their problem. Every 40 seconds. So at the end of a 7-hour-long day at school, 630 people would have killed themselves over something they felt wasn't solvable. And I don't think that's right. If you think they are attention seekers, I don't think that's right either. Because if they wanted to seek attention, they would have looked a long time ago. And they definitely wouldn't be asking everyone. So with hearing all the stuff that my friends said, I decided that this wasn't right. People shouldn't be killing themselves over things that they find are unsolvable. They should be learning to do something else. So I decided that I wanted to help out with that. But in order to do that, I needed to start with myself. I needed to think positive thoughts and remind myself of good times like in Hawaii. That was a real good point in my life, and every time I think of it, it brings me joy and makes me forget about everything else that has been bad. I needed to find people who are there to help me out, like friends, family, my coaches, my peers, people who I could say things to, and they wouldn't judge me for saying something that was weird or suicidal, but in fact, they would want to help me out as well. I wanted to be others' light at the tunnel, light at the end of their tunnel, and I wanted them to see hope that they can get better. And I didn't want anyone to think that there was no solution, because there is a solution. You just have to find the right people to seek help from. And I learned that by slowing down, by living in the moments between each second, and by taking things one step at a time, everything is going to get better. And I now realize that in the end, it's going to be better than all right. Thank you.